Hi, I'm back. I'll be reading our daily bread for January 11th, 2021. Lift up your eyes. GLENNPACKIAM. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalm chapter 121, verse 2. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Read Psalm 121, a song of ascent. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Bible in a year: Genesis chapter 27 to 28, Matthew chapter 8, verses 18 to 34. Genesis chapter 27. Okay. Genesis chapter 27. Jacob gets Israel's blessing. When Isaac was old and going blind, he called his oldest son Esau and said to him, Son, Esau answered, Here I am. Isaac said, I am old. I don't know when I'm going to die. Now take your hunting equipment, your quiver and bow, and go out into the open country and hunt some wild game for me. Prepare a good tasty meal for me, just the way I like it. Bring it to me to eat, so that I will bless you before I die. Rebekah was listening while Isaac was speaking to his son Esau. When Esau went into the open country to hunt for some wild game to bring back, Rebekah said to her son Jacob, I had just heard your father speaking to your brother Esau. He said, Bring me some wild game and prepare a good tasty meal for me to eat, so that I will bless you in the presence of the Lord before I die. Now listen to me, son, and do what I tell you. Go to the flock and get me two. Good, young goats. I will prepare them as a good tasty meal for your father, just the way he likes it. Then take it to your father to eat, so that he will bless you before he dies. Jacob said to his mother Rebekah, My brother Esau is a hairy man, and my skin is smooth. My father will feel my skin and think I'm mocking him. Then I will bring a curse on myself instead of a blessing. His mother responded, Let. Any curse on you fall on me, son. Just obey me and go. Get me the young goats. He went and got them and brought them to his mother. She prepared a good tasty meal just the way his father liked it. Then Rebekah took her older son Esau's good clothes, which she had in the house, and put them on her younger son Jacob. She put the skins from the young goats on his hands and on the back of his neck. She put the skins from the young goats on his hands. Then she gave her son Jacob the good tasty meal and the bread she had prepared. He went to his father and said, Father. Yes, he answered. Who are you, son? Jacob answered His father, I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done what you told me. Sit up and eat this meat I have hunted for you, so that you may bless me. Isaac asked his son, how did you find it so quickly, son? The Lord your God brought it to me, he answered. Then Isaac said to Jacob, come over here, so that I can feel your skin, your skin, son, to find out whether or not you really are my son Esau. So Jacob went over to his father. To his father, Isaac felt his skin. The voice is Jacob, he said, but the hands are Esau. He didn't recognize Jacob because his hands were hairy like his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him. Are you really my son Esau? He asked him. I am, Jacob answered. Isaac said, bring me some of the game, and I will eat it, son, so that I will bless you. Jacob brought it to Isaac, and he ate. Jacob also 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 brought him wine, and he drank it. Then his father Isaac said to him, come here and give me a kiss, son. He went over and gave him a kiss. When Isaac smelled his clothes, he blessed him and said, the smell of my son is like the smell of open country that the Lord has blessed. May God give you dew from the sky for the fields on the earth and plenty of fresh grain and new wine. May nations serve you. May people bow down to you. Be the master of your brothers and may the sons of your mother bow down to you. May those who curse you be cursed. May those who bless you be blessed. Be blessed. Isaac finished blessing Jacob. Jacob had barely left when his brother Esau came in from hunting. He too prepared a good tasting meal and brought it to his father. Then he said to his father, Please, father, eat some of the meat I have hunted for you, so that you will bless me. Who are you? His father Isaac asked him. I'm your firstborn son Esau, he answered, trembling violently all over. Isaac asked, who hunted game and brought it to me? I ate it before you came in. I bless him, and he will, and he will, and he will, and he will stay blessed. And as you heard these words from his father, he shouted out a very loud and bitter cry and said to his father, bless me too, father. Isaac said, your brother came and to see me and has taken away your blessing, as you said. Isn't that why he's named Jacob? He's cheated me twice already. Already. He took my wife as firstborn, and now he's taken my blessing. So he asked, haven't you saved a blessing for me? Isaac answered as you. I have made him your master. I have made him your master, and I have made all his brothers serve him. I have provided fresh grain and new wine for him. What is left for me to do for you, son Esau? Do you have only one blessing, father? Bless me too, father. And Esau sobbed loudly. His father Isaac answered him, the place where you live will lack the fertile fields of the earth and the dew from the sky above. You will use your sword to live, and you will serve your brother. But eventually you will gain your freedom and break his yoke off your neck. So as you hated Jacob because of the blessing that his father had given him, as you said to himself, the time to mourn for my father is near. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. When Rebekah was told what her older son Esau had said, she sent for her younger son Jacob and said to him, watch out, your brother Esau is comforting himself by planning to kill you. So now, son, obey me. Quick, run away to my brother Laban and Haran. Stay with him a while until your brother's anger cools down, when your brother's anger is gone, and he has forgotten what you did to him, I will send for you and get you back. Why should I lose both of you in? One day Rebekah said to Isaac, I can't stand Hittite woman. If Jacob marries a Hittite woman like one of those from around here, I might as well die. Might as well die. Isaac sends Jacob away. Genesis chapter 28. Isaac called for Jacob and blessed him. Then he commanded him, You are not to marry any of the Canaanite women. Quick, go to Paddan-aram. Go to the home of Bethuel, your mother's father, and get yourself a wife from there, from the daughters of your uncle Laban. May God Almighty bless you, make you fertile, and increase the number of your descendants, so that you will become a community of people. May He give to you and your descendants the blessing of Abraham, so that you may take possession of the land where you are now living, the land that God gave to Abraham. Isaac sent Jacob to Paddan-aram. Jacob went to live with Laban, son of Bethuel, the Aramean, and brother of Rebekah. She was the mother of Jacob and Esau. Esau learned that Isaac had blessed Jacob and had sent him away to Paddan-aram to get a wife from there. He learned that Isaac had blessed Jacob and had commanded him not to marry any of the Canaanite women. He also learned that Jacob had obeyed his father and mother and had left for Paddan-aram. As you realize that his father Isaac disapproved of Canaanite women, so he went to Ishmael and married Mahalath, daughter of Abraham's son Ishmael and sister of Nebaioth, in addition to the wives he had. Jacob's first encounter with God. Jacob left Beersheba and traveled toward Haran. When he came to a certain place, he stopped for the night because the sun had gone down. He took one of the stones from that place, put it under his head, and lay down there. He had a dream in which he saw a stairway set up on the earth with its top reaching up to heaven. He saw the angels of God going up and coming down on it. The Lord was standing above it, saying, I am the Lord, the God of your grandfather Abraham and the God of Isaac. I will give the land on which you are lying to you and your descendants. Your descendants will be like the dust on the earth. You will spread out to the west and to the east, to the north and to the south. Through you and through your descendants, every family on earth will be blessed. Remember, I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go. I will also bring you back to this land, because I will not leave you until I do what I've promised you. Then Jacob woke up from his sleep and exclaimed, Certainly the Lord is in this place, and I didn't know it. Filled with awe, he said, How awe-inspiring this place is. Certainly this is the house of God and the gateway to heaven. Early the next morning, Jacob took the stone Jacob took the Jacob took the stone he had put under his head. He set it up as a mark and poured olive oil on top of it. He named that place Bethel, House of God. Previously, the name of the city was Luz. Then Jacob made a vow: if God will be with me and will watch over me on my trip and give me food to eat and clothes to wear, and if I return safely to my father's home, then the Lord will be my God. This stone that I have set up as a marker will be the house of God, and I will solely give you a tenth of everything you give me. You give me. Matthew chapter 8. Matthew chapter 8, verses 18, verse 18 to 34. Now when Jesus saw a crowd around him, he ordered his disciples to cross to the other side of the Sea of Galilee. What it takes to be a disciple. Luke chapter 9, verses 57 to 62. A scribe came to him and said, Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go. Jesus told him, Foxes have holes and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to sleep. Another disciple said to him, first let me go to bury my father. But Jesus told him, Follow me, and let the dead bury their own dead. Jesus calms the sea. Mark chapter 4, verses 35 to 41, and Luke chapter 8, verses 22 to 25. Jesus' disciples went with him as he left in a boat. Suddenly, a severe storm came across the sea. The waves were covering the boat, yet Jesus was sleeping. So they woke him up, saying, Lord, save us, we are going to die. Jesus said to them, Why do you cowards have so little faith? Then he got up, gave an order to the wind and the sea became very calm. The men were amazed and asked, What kind of man is this? Even the wind and the sea obey him. Jesus cures two demon-possessed men. Mark chapter 5, verses 1 to 20, and Luke chapter 8, verses 26 to 39. When he arrived in the territory of the Gadarenes, on the other side of the Sea of Galilee, two men met him. They were possessed by demons and had come out of the tombs. No one could travel along that road because the men were so dangerous. They shouted, Why are you bothering us now, Son of God? Did you come here to torture us before? It is time. A large herd of pigs was feeding in the distance. The demons begged Jesus, If you are going to force us out, send us into that herd of pigs. Jesus said to them, Go. The demons came out and went into the pigs. Suddenly, the whole herd rushed down the cliff into the sea and died in the water. Those who took care of the pigs ran into the city. There they reported everything, especially about the men possessed by demons. Everyone from the city went to meet Jesus. When they saw him, they begged him to leave their territory. The clouds hung low, blocking the horizon and limiting visibility to only a few hundred yards. The minutes dragged on. The effect on my mood was noticeable, but then, as afternoon approached, the clouds began to break and I saw it, beautiful Pikes Peak, the most recognizable landmark of my city, flanked on each side by the mountain range. A smile broke over my face. I considered that even our physical perspective, our literal line of sight, can affect our spiritual vision. And I was reminded of the psalmist singing. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Psalm 121, verse 1. Sometimes we simply need to lift our eyes a bit higher. The psalmist pondered where his help came from. Maybe because the hilltops around Israel were dotted with altars to pagan gods and often contained robbers, or it could have been because the psalmist looked up beyond the hill, beyond the hills to Mount Zion where the temple stood, and remembered that the maker of heaven and earth was his covenant God. Verse 2. Either way, to worship, we must look up. We have to lift our eyes higher than our circumstances, higher than our troubles and trials, higher than the empty promises of the false gods of our day. Then we can see the Creator and Redeemer, the one who calls us by name. He's the one who will oh, who will watch over your coming and going today and forevermore. Verse 8. How can you look up today beyond your circumstances to see God? What would it look like to call upon Him for the help you really need? Dear Father, thank you that you are the Creator and Keeper, the one who made the heavens and the earth and watches over me. Help me to lift my eyes higher, to see you, and to put my trust in you. Okay, that's all. Bye.